Justin. He's doing other stuff this morning, so I'm doing Millionaire School solo. Okay, so we're going to talk first about the first thing we're going to do is your first 30 days. And I'm kind of just going to readjust a little bit here. So the first 30 days in this business are probably your most important. You've gotten your kit. You're excited, you are ready to, run with this business, you're ready to go, or you signed a distributor that just, spent some of their hard-earned money. For a lot of us, when we joined, we didn't have that extra $99. So if we can get our business started off to a bang, and your downline can get their business started off to a bang, you're so much more likely to have that distributor stay with you long term than if a day turns into 2 and 2 turns into 6 and 6 turns into, oh my gosh, you need to get your 4 loyal customers in the next 40 hours or something. Now, can you still do that? Of course you can still do that. But if you can get your downline started off just immediately and you can get yourself started off immediately, man, you are going to have a ton more success than you would have if you were just, basically waiting. So whatever your goals are in your first 30 days. Now, the cool thing about this business is that you can run this at any pace that you want. This business loves speed. We know Pam Souter says that. This business loves momentum and it loves urgency. But not everyone can work this business as much as the next person. For instance, when we first started this, we were both working totally full-time jobs. I had a teenager. I helped take care of my mom. We were really busy, but I could see pretty early on that this company loves speed, it loves momentum and urgency. So I got up a little extra. I stayed up a little later. I Facebooked in the bathroom at breaks at work. I Facebook and messaged people to and from work. Whatever spare minutes I got, I turned off my cable, got rid of TV. These are the things I did. You don't need to do them. It's just what I did to get, to the place that we're at. So, but in your first 30 days, obviously you're probably not turning off the cable. You just are trying to get your feelers out there and get a feel for this business. So feelings you may have when you first start are as follows. And I'm sure that you guys can totally relate to this because I'm sure that one of these feelings is how you felt when you first started, or maybe you are just starting out and you have these feelings, or maybe you've got some new distributors on your downline and you need to recognize that they also are going to have these feelings because we're people, right? So here's some feelings you may have. Excited, ready to go, a little nervous, emotional, maybe scared, passionate, relieved. Maybe this is going to do something for your family. It's going to relieve you from whatever stresses you have. Happy, frozen, like you don't know what to do. Totally pumped, or totally determined. Now, you may have other emotions that you're feeling, but those are some of the things I think I felt myself in the first 10 minutes of joining It Works, because I had never done anything like this before. However, listening to all of those different emotions and recognizing them, there's some really good ones in there, and there's some ones that are going to really stop your business. So looking at those, what in those emotions, which one of those do you want to feel? Because you can feel nervous and you can feel scared, you can feel frozen, petrified, or you can feel excited and emotionally passionate. You can feel pumped, you can feel determined. Those are the emotions that are going to drive you forward. So when you get up every single day, and this is day 1, you just started being a distributor, or maybe this is day 500, choosing to get your head right in the morning before we even go into 30 days, before we even go into 1 day or 2 days or 5 days, waking up and making the decision for yourself who and what you want to be for the day. So when I got up this morning, I decided that my emotion was going to be determined and pumped because we have had so many new enrollments with this new crazy, amazing BOGO enrollment kit. You know, we have so many new team members and they're so excited that as their leader, I want to be pumped. I want to be determined. I want to be ready to help you guys build your business and create the life of your dreams. Now, if I woke up and decided that I was going to be nervous or scared or fearful to do this video, to do this in front of everyone, because it is a little, you know, it's crazy. I'm talking to a lot of people. I would be having a much different presentation, but I'm going to have a pumped presentation. I'm going to have an excited presentation. I'm going to have a determined presentation. And I woke up this morning deciding that that's what I was going to have. So when you get up in the morning, or even right now, what emotion do you want to give out to the universe and to the people that are going to be joining your team as a customer or distributor? What kind of emotion do you want to put out to your downline? What kind of post do you want to put up? Who do you want to be this morning from the first day you are a distributor till the last day you're a distributor, which I hope is 100 years from now. So deciding who you want to be is not only going to help others to feed off of you, you're going to attract what you put out, but it's also going to help feed yourself. So if I wake up and I say, I'm a rock star, I'm determined, I'm pumped, I'm excited, I'm not nervous, I'm not fearful, I'm not scared, I am ready to go. That feeds me all day long. That tells me who I want to be in this business, who I want on our team, and what kind of excitement. Now, if I'm putting out fear and I'm putting out nervousness and I'm putting out being scared or frozen, what kind of people am I going to attract? What kind of message am I sending to myself? So before you do anything, before you post on Facebook, before you do your first party or wrap your first person, decide who do you want to be in this business? What emotion dictates what kind of leader you want to be? What kind of feeling do you want to give out to people? Because that right there is going to be what your entire journey for that day and with It Works is. So getting your head right is the very first thing that's going to help you start out your day with a boom. Okay. Now we're going to go to day one. Okay. You got up, you're excited, you're pumped, you're ready to take on the day, you're ready for amazingness, and you're ready for greatness. Okay. What do? Okay. So I signed up, I got this kid on the way. I have no idea what I'm doing. The very first thing I want you to do after you take a deep breath and decide what kind of emotion you're going to put out is I want you to write down 25 people that you know. I don't want you to prejudge them as far as what you think that they'll buy, whether they'll be a customer or a distributor, or, oh no, she's not going to want this, or she's too big or too small for this, or he's too old, or it's a man, so he might not want it, or they probably don't need this business. They make a lot of money. Doesn't matter. I want you to write down 25 people that come off the top of your head. If you're having a hard time coming up with 25 people, think about, who do you work with? Who have you worked with in the past? Were you in Girl Scouts? Were you in Boy Scouts? Who are the people that you go to church with? Who are people on your Facebook? Who did you meet yesterday? Who works at your favorite restaurant? Who works at your kid's school? Who do you see on a daily basis? Who's in your family? Who do you know that's broke or broken? I guarantee you that's the majority of the population. Okay, so after you've written those people down, those are going to be the first people that you're going to start connecting with. Now, that's a little scary. I know that I was really, really nervous to talk to my first people because I was scared I wasn't going to know the answers. For me, I like to be prepared. I like to know that I have the answers on hand. I don't want to get caught with my pants down, not knowing how to answer someone. So what I did was I didn't talk to anybody. And guess how many customers I got? Guess how many distributors joined our team? 0, because I was so busy focusing on my own fears and hesitations. So I want you to write those 25 people down, and then I want you to connect with your enroller, or someone in your lineage, or someone that inspires you that will help you out. If your enroller is no longer participating in the business, there's going to be somebody's. I know that we've got people on our team that we mentor that are 10 levels down from where we're at, but I'll still help them because you know what? I'm here to celebrate who's at the party, and not who didn't come to the party, okay? So I want you to connect with that person, and I want you guys to practice. So you're like, okay, all right, I've got this girl, Sarah. I really want her to join my team, but I don't know what to say. Connect with your enroller. Connect with that person that's helping you out and say, what would you say? Can I do a 3-way call with you in my first person? Can I put you in a group Facebook message? Or can we practice role playing so that I know how to talk about the loyal customer program or being a distributor? Keeping it really super simple, keeping it really short and sweet. My first messages finally, after listening to Pam Souter, because I think she knows what she's doing, was just to message people, hey girl, I just started this new business and I wanted to find out, have you heard of that crazy wrap thing? We have a distributor on our team that's going double diamond this month that was someone I sent that exact message to. And she sent me a message back and said, actually I have, and look at my results. And the distributor that had signed her up had quit. So I said, well, do you want to join our team? And she said, yes. And now we got a double diamond on our team because of that. But you have to take that action. And it starts with one person. It starts with one message. If you message that person out and you get something back and you don't know what to say, connect with your enroller, connect with your sponsor, connect with someone that's going to help you out if your enroller's not doing it any longer. Practice with each other. Practice what to say, okay? So that's your 25s list. It's called a hundreds list, but I call it a 25s list because I want you to start with 25 people. It can be kind of scary to write down 100 people. So start with 25. Once we get through those 25, we're going to go on to the next 25. Second thing that I have people on our team do is watch Newbie to Ruby. So my favorite one that we've done is Newbie to Ruby 6. I know a lot of teams out there do Newbie to Ruby videos, and you can totally go to your team and see what they have. If they don't have anyone that's done that, you're welcome to check out ours. It's on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/tonedtightandfirm. You can find all of our Newbie to Rubies. I think Newbie to Ruby 6 is my favorite. And it's going to walk you through your back-end website. It's going to walk you through your front-end website. It's about an hour-long video. So instead of watching that episode of Scandal that evening, watch your Newbie to Ruby. Hey, this is your business. You need to learn how to build it. Next, I'm going to have you watch your training videos. So if you go to myitworkstraining.com, that's myitworkstraining.com, all one word. There's awesome YouTube video, or there's awesome training videos on there. So there's videos on each different product. There's videos on how to run an auto ship, set up your e-suite, build your business. What in the world is this steps to success everyone keeps talking about? Those training videos, there's actually some really funny ones in there too. If anyone has seen the cowboy videos, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But those videos are going to set you up for success, and they're only about 20 seconds long. You could get through all of those videos in the time it takes you to watch a movie. So in the time it takes you to watch some movie that you may or may not like, you can learn how to run an entire business. That's mind-boggling to me because I know how long it takes people to get through college to make the kind of money that we make, and you can get through that in 2 hours. So watch your training videos. Then we're going to do a Facebook launch. And what I do with our team is we have people put up a post that says, eek, my friend Charity just wrapped, and check out her results. I can't wait to get mine in the mail. Exclamation point, emoji, excitement, okay? So again, that's eek, my friend Charity just wrapped, and check out her results. I can't wait to get mine in the mail. I didn't say, join my team for $99, become a loyal customer, who wants to buy one of these wrap things, wraps are $25, and then say, nobody liked or commented. Well, yeah, because he kind of sounded selly. We're not trying to sell things. We're trying to share what we like, share our excitement, and share our adventure. So when you're posting and you're putting up your first couple posts on Facebook, don't make it about people joining your business. It'll change your life. Don't make it about, you got to buy this, you got to do this. I need to get product credit. I need to make money. I. When you make it about you and you don't make it about the excitement and about other people, it's not going to work. Take my word for it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to plan a launch party. So we're going to plan a practice party for you and maybe a couple friends that you trust and know and love and care about, or strangers if you're gutsy, and we are going to go through the party pad together. If you don't have this memorized, you should. I can put this behind my back at this point and I can go through that entire party pad. Why? Because when we first started, I did practice parties, which PS, and by the way, nobody showed up to my first 2. The only way to fail is to quit, okay? 3 people showed up to my third one. 1 person bought a wrap. I think that was about it. So don't get discouraged. You can always have a relaunch party or a re-practice party. Whatever it's going to take for you to get comfortable going through that party pad, because everything you need to know about explaining this business or the products to other people is in that party pad. It Works gives us amazing, crazy tools in order to build our business. If you haven't gotten your party pad yet because your kit's in the mail, connect with your enroller and say, hey, will you walk me through this party pad? It'll help her or him to practice, and it'll help you to practice too. We're going to connect with those 25 people. We're going to start with 1, and we're going to see where we get. And if you get 25 no's or not right nows, then we're going to write 25 new people down, okay? Practice explaining the loyal customer program in the fewest words you can. And I'm going to give you 2 examples. Example number 1. Loyal customer program is a wholesale club. It's 4 wraps for $59 instead of $99, but you got to buy something this month and next month and the month after, but you're going to get perk points, you're going to get free shipping, you're going to get this, you're going to get that. Well, I'm going to hook you up, whatever you need, girl. I will do whatever it takes. Desperation, over explaining, too much information, meltdown. I totally did this in the beginning. I made a lady cry trying to explain a loyal customer program. I'll never forget that. So yes, even us triple diamonds have made mistakes. Now when I explain the loyal customer program, I say it's a wholesale buy-in club. You can either pay a $50 fee to be a part of this club as a member, or you can purchase something this month, something next month, and something the month after. From that first day, you're going to get wholesale pricing, any item, any date. You have control. Pretty simple, right? Pretty sweet. Put the control in their hands. Allow them to know there's 2 different ways to become a loyal customer. I'll also explain it as the 90-day challenge. So 90-day challenge is the loyal customer program. I'm going to challenge you to get 1 product this month, 1 product next month, and 1 product the month after that. Any item, any date, you have control. Okay, pretty simple. Again, practice that party pad, practice. I did my party pad for Justin probably 100 times before I actually was comfortable with it. I'm going to have you download 2 apps. First of all, you want to download the It Works app that is going to allow you to instantly enroll people. If you don't know how to do that, connect with your enroller. They will help you. And then the photo collage app that we use for doing before and afters is one called Moldiv, M-O-L-D-I-V. Love Moldiv because it's free and it's super easy to use. What I want you to do, and I'm going to challenge you to do, is to practice doing before and afters. So take some old before and after pictures and use them, stretch them, make the bodies, you want the bodies to be the same. You want the words before and after, how long they left the wrap on for, or how long it's been since the wrap was on, what day they're on. It can be in tiny writing, but you want to educate and let people know. Otherwise, if you just stick a belly in a belly and the before picture is this big and the after picture is this big, well, you can't even tell what it's done. In fact, they look bigger in the after pictures. You don't want to do that. You want to make them as even as you can, clear pictures, and label them. And then last but not least, you should be printing out your steps to success. So steps to success is our easy 3-part system that we all use. Talk to your enroller. If you don't know what that is, you can print it out in your document section. And if you watch Newbie to Ruby, you will find out where to find that. Posting daily on Facebook. So we use the 3-3 rule. We do 3 life posts and 3 business or product posts. We practice the 4 F's, which I learned from Stacy Smith, which is awesome, which is fashion, face, food, and friends. Those are the things people like to see, whether it's on Facebook or it's on Instagram. So a day might look like this. You get up in the morning, oh man, it's gonna be a great day. I'm talking to 3 new people about joining this business. I'm so excited. The next post might be an outfit that you like. or funny quote. The next post after that might be you, drinking your greens or having your energy, a picture of you, a picture of someone else, not just a product picture with a small list of what all of them do, because nobody reads that. They're just going to scroll past it. You need to make it interactive and fun. Take a picture of your messy counter with your greens on it and be like, wow, I'm glad that I have the energy to clean this counter today. Thank you, greens. Something interactive. If you don't know what to post, look to leaders. I love what Deanna Scalf says. She says, it's okay to be a copycat as long as you're copying the right cat. So look to those leaders that you love their posts. See what your enroller's doing. Heck, look and see what we're doing, and just copy it. You guys can steal everything I put up on Facebook because I've taken it from someone else. So 3-3 rule, at least 3 posts that have something to do with It Works, and at least 3 posts that have something to do with your life. Day 5, that's day 1 through 5. You can accomplish all that in 5 days. Day 5 through 15 is going to be the same thing. So you're going to make a new 25s list. You're going to start practicing following up, looking for team members, wrapping bellies, finish your training videos if you haven't finished them, blitz your first person, add new people to your social media, plan the next part of your get together. If the first one was a success, plan another one. If the first one was a failure, plan another one. Set your daily and monthly goals. Plug into the My It Works events, listen to your Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday corporate calls. They're there for inspiration. And then again, being very consistent on Facebook and following up and posting. Day 5 through 30 is the exact same thing. So all those things we went through, you're going to do them over and over and over and over and over again. You're going to get better at it. This is Millionaire School for a reason. You're just going to get better at it as time goes on. Now, let's talk about some things that won't help you grow your business. All right, so stressing out over rejection. Stressing out because you see that that person has seen your post and they're not messaging you back. Overcomplicating your messages that you're sending to people. That, they're 3 pages of information, short, sweet, fewest words as possible. Being discouraged and using self-doubt as an excuse. I'm not a salesman. I'm not good at this. I guess I'm just going to fail at this like I have with everything else. I'm taking time away from my kids. I'm taking time away from my husband. You are not sacrificing time, sweetheart. You are investing time. Trust me. Negative self-talk. I'm too big to do this business. I'm too small to do this business. I'm too old. I'm too short. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. Whatever your excuse may be in your negative self-talk, all that's doing is putting doubt in your mind, and that fear and that doubt others will pick up on. Trying to know it all. So doing what I did in the beginning and researching and trying to understand, how does that wrap work? I don't get it. It's so crazy. So being a know-it-all, it's not going to get you anywhere. When someone asks me how a wrap works, I say, I don't know. Do you want to try one for $25? That's it. They say, but how does it work? I say, here's my website. You're more than welcome to look at the ingredients and figure it out for yourself. Would you like to try a wrap for $25? Focusing on you, making the business about you, not making it about other people. We are in the business of being hope brokers. We bring hope to people that are broke and broken. If you focus on your team and your customers, or you focus on building your business and helping others, you are going to make it 1,000,000 times further than if you focus on the me. Being flighty, not following through with what you say you're going to do. So if you say you're going to call someone, call them. If you say you're going to wrap them, wrap them. If you say you're going to connect with 5 new people, connect with 5 new people. If you say you're going to get up and do a millionaires class on a Saturday morning, get up and do a millionaires class. If you say you're going to write affirmations before bed, or sharpen your saw, or plug into a corporate calendar, or whatever you say you're going to do that. Lead with intention, because it's a lot easier to celebrate our successes than it is our failures. Being negative on social media, talking about sex, drugs, politics, making fun of people's religion or beliefs, putting up those horrible stories about kids being murdered and dogs being ran over. When I see that negative stuff in my newsfeed, I literally immediately unfollow the person, because I don't want to look through my Facebook and see negativity. If you guys are negative on Facebook, I'm unfollowing you. And I hope that you do the same thing. Now, people have bad days, and I get that. And you may get a message from me that says, hey, I see you're having a bad day. Is there anything I can do to help? And if I get a bunch of excuses back and I get a bunch of more negativity back, I gotta unfollow you, man. I want to see positive, happy people in my newsfeed, because it's okay to copy the right cat, right? Okay, so, or it's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. I want to see the right cats in my newsfeed. So letting people's opinions halt you. People will be negative about you doing this business for two reasons. Either they think they're protecting you by not becoming your customer or your distributor, or maybe it's a negative spouse or a best friend or a family member. They feel like if they participate, that they are condemning you to failure. Because if you fail, then they were responsible for being part of that failure by supporting you. Backwards and weird and crazy, and I get that, but it is the truth. It is what happens. Or they are so sad in their lives and they are so miserable and they don't want to be where they're at, that watching you be successful makes them look at themselves. And one of the hardest things to do is to look at ourselves and admit our own failures, our own hangups. It's a lot easier to judge other people than it is to judge ourselves. So don't let those opinions halt you. Let those haters be your motivators. Push forward, wear your blinders, laser focus. Being so afraid that you don't know the answers to things that you don't talk to anyone. You don't do anything. Well, you can't know the answers unless people ask you questions so that you can learn the answers. So if I get someone that asks me a question about the business, and there's stuff that people still ask me, and I'm like, I don't know. That's a really good question. Let me find out the answer and I'll get back to you. How does that sound? It doesn't make you look stupid. It doesn't make you look ignorant. This is Millionaire School. It's going to take you 1, 2, 5, or 10 years to learn how to build this business. If you sit and wait for 10 years to talk to people, you're going to be exactly where you are in 10 years as you are right now. And I know each and every one of you wants to grow your business. So don't overanalyze. Don't feel like you need to know everything. All you need to know is that the wrap tones, tightens, and firms in as little as 45 minutes. It's a fast and lasting botanically based formulation and only available through an independent It Works distributor, just like it says in your party pad. All right, so let's talk about our next topic. That's your first 30 days. I hope those are some good tips. I hope that helps you out. We're going to go into our next topic, which is going to be follow up. The thing that will make you the most successful in this business is also the thing that can literally destroy you and make you feel like a failure. And it's the follow-up. So when you are connecting with someone and you're exposing them to It Works for the first time, let's see, they see your first post on Facebook and they're like, I have no idea what that crazy wrap is. What is it? That's called an exposure. Or they watch one of your videos or attend an online party or come to a party or get wrapped and it's the first time they've seen this or heard about it. That's their first exposure. And I'm going to give you guys a fact that's crazy. And it blew my mind when I learned this, but most people will take anywhere from 5 to 21 exposures to try a wrap, become a customer, or become a distributor. 5 to 21 times. Okay, so I want you to think of the company Coca-Cola. We've all heard of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola owns so much now that they advertise to you every day and you don't realize it. They advertise on Dasani water bottles, billboards, commercials, t-shirts, the sides of buses, in grocery stores, restaurants, banners in the sky, you name it, Coca-Cola is always advertising. Now, they are a billion and over billion-dollar brand. They don't really need to advertise at this point because you're gonna buy a Coca-Cola product whether you realize it or not. But if they expose you to it over and over and over again, and you are constantly seeing that, it puts it in your mind. So the next time you go to the store and you see a Pepsi product and you see a Coca-Cola product and Pepsi hasn't advertised and Coca-Cola has, regardless of which one you like better, you are more likely to purchase that Coca-Cola product than you are Pepsi because it's fresh on your mind. Because you just saw a billboard or a t-shirt or you saw something, you were exposed to it, okay? So if you are not exposing people and you're not following up with them and exposing them and following up and exposing them, you're being Pepsi and you're not being Coca-Cola. And I'd rather be Coca-Cola because I want to make money. She or he who raps the most wins, right? Somewhere, someone is following up with more people than you, and when you meet them, they will win. And I want you to really think about that statement. There is some girl or guy out there right now that's following up with their entire hundreds list. They are on the phone, they're watching this video and messaging people at the same time, okay? They're exposing people over and over and over again. Let me ask you a question. How many times were you exposed to this business before you decided to say yes? I bet you think it was one or two, but if you talk to the person that sponsored you or you go and look back through your messages, I bet you it's over 5. You could be me who had to be exposed 21 times to it. I said no to my cousin for 5 months. If she wouldn't have continued to follow up with me, I wouldn't be doing this video for you. I'd be cutting hair and swim, and Justin would be climbing on the top of buildings doing heat pumps. And thank God we're not doing that anymore. So fortune is in the follow-up. People are distracted and don't even notice that you've advertised to them. Do you notice all the times that Coca-Cola advertises to you in a day? Nope. You may notice once. You don't get irritated at Coca-Cola for doing it. You don't get mad. You're not like, oh, that Coca-Cola company, they won't stop advertising to me. No. You either see it and notice it or you don't. It's kind of like when you buy a new car. You've never seen that car on the road before, but once you buy it, that's the only car you see. It's because it's in your peripheral vision. It's something you're noticing, okay? People also want to see if you're going to stick with it. So for me, one of my big things was I wanted to see if my cousin was actually going to continue this business or if this was a scam or a fluke. I wanted to see if she was really going to be successful or if this was just some thing that she was getting into that wasn't real, or she had fallen victim to a scam or a scheme. So I wanted to see if this was something she's going to stick with. So if you guys are following up with people over and over and over again, hey girl, I saw you liked my post on Facebook. Would you like some more information on the wraps? Or, hey girl, I saw you liked my post. Thanks so much for giving me some love on my Facebook. Little things, little follow-ups. It doesn't have to be, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? Have you tried that crazy wrap thing? Have you tried that crazy wrap thing? It can just be you connecting and being like, hey, I just wanted to tell you I really liked your posts on Facebook. They're really super positive. I'm constantly telling my team to be positive on Facebook. What's your team? How many times have you had people that are like, oh, I didn't even realize you were doing a business on Facebook? Because when you post something on Facebook, only 2% of your entire friends list sees it. So if you're not posting on Facebook, following up with those people that are liking things, posting on Facebook, following up, being consistent, following up over and over and over again, you're not even connecting with those people, okay? Last but not least, why is it important? Because you want to lead by example. If you're not connecting with new people, if you're not following up with people, if you can't show your team and your downline that you're doing that, what kind of example is that for your team? What kind of example does that put out? So if I don't follow up with my customers, I can't expect my team to do that. Why should they do something that I'm not doing? You know, talk is cheap. I can talk all day about follow-up, but I'm telling you right now, I follow up, guys. You know I'm following up because you see me. I welcomed a new team member. I welcomed a new customer. I wrapped a belly. How did I get those things to happen? Well, they didn't magically drop out of the sky. It's because I followed up. I just signed up a customer that was on my very first 100s list that I started in May of 2013. So think about that. 2 years. It took her 2 years. So if I had quit the business, she would have signed up with someone else, right? But I feel like I'm bugging people. I hear that all the time. I feel like I'm pestering. I feel like I'm in their space. Guess what, guys? They don't even notice you. They don't even notice that you're messaging them. If you go into a message and you can see that they've seen 10 of those messages by text or Facebook or Instagram, start erasing them. Erase them. Pretend it's a brand new message. Hey girl, I'm so excited about these new wrap results that I got on someone. I wanted to see if I could share them with someone because I'm just busting at the seams with excitement. You may have followed up with her 100 times already, and she's like, wait, what is it that you're doing again? Because she's busy in her own life. I really, really strongly encourage you to get with your enroller and find out how many times that person asked you to join the business, because I bet it's a lot. People's attention spans are about 9 seconds. It's a fun fact. So people pay attention to you for about 9 seconds. So if they look at your message and they're not interested in it, they'll set their phone down and literally you're out of their mind. And you're sitting on the other line being like, oh my God, they saw it? They saw it? Do I message her again? Am I going to bug her? I'm totally freaking out. I don't know what to do. Self-doubt, 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 right? Terrible. We don't want to feel that. She doesn't even notice it. She had her 9 seconds of looking at it and doesn't notice it. When do you follow up with her? Follow up on Friday. So if you message someone on Tuesday and you haven't heard back from them by Friday, we do follow up Fridays on our team. So on Fridays, I do a good, what I call power hour, where I sit down and I go through everyone I've connected with that week or the week before that hasn't gotten back to me, or the week before, or the week before, and I just put people on a rotation. You can do that by using your hundreds list. You can do that by using a calendar, whatever works for you, whatever method, your phone, Facebook messaging, whatever works for you. I like doing on paper because I can check off when I've talked to them. And I know that I am not allowed to let that lead go until I've connected with them 21 times. And at 21 times, the message they're going to get from me is, hey, so I've messaged you a couple times. You don't seem to be interested in wrapping the products or earning some extra income. So I'm going to wait for you to connect with me. I hope I didn't upset you. I hope I didn't make you mad. Usually what you'll get back is, oh my God, girl, I am so sorry. I have just been so busy with blah, 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 blah. In my own life, I hadn't even noticed I hadn't gotten back to you. What's this thing you're doing? Let me enroll them at time 21, okay? So remember, guys, 5 to 21 times. You can remind them with gentle reminders or compliments. So if I've got a girl on my Facebook that said she was going to join the business and then didn't, and said she was going to join the business and didn't, and said she was going to join the business and didn't, the message I send to her isn't, oh my God, why are you not joining my team? What's wrong? Like, did I upset you? Did I make you mad? I'm freaking out. I just want to go on my team. And it's like desperation city. I just send her a message. Hey girl, what you been up to? Saw that picture of your kid. Looks like you're having a good time. I saw you at the Great Wolf Lodge. What'd you think of it? How much was it? Was it expensive? Did you guys have fun? Did the kids have fun? Start a conversation with them, because an exposure can just be a gentle compliment or a reminder, because I guarantee you somewhere in that conversation, she's going to eventually say to you, well, what have you been up to? And you can say, I've been fixing the broken. She's going to say, ha, 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 LOL. What does that mean? All of a sudden, you've grabbed her attention. You may have posted on Facebook 1,000 times and tagged her in it. You guys might have a running thing of conversations that you've done. She doesn't even notice it because she hasn't bought your car yet, so she doesn't see it on the road. You posting and doing all that, she has no attention on. So how many new people a day and how many people should you be following up with? So everyone is going to be different because everyone's schedules and what they have available is different. I encourage everyone on our team to do something called 2 a day, 10 in play. So that's 2 a day, 10 in play. And what that means is every day I commit to myself to connect with 2 new people that I haven't connected with before, either by offering them the product or the business or a phone call or a text message, or finding and adding new people to your social media, Instagram, whatever that means, 2 new people that you've never talked to about It Works before, okay? And I reconnect with at least 10 people that haven't said yes, that haven't joined my team or become a customer or wrapped, okay? So this is how it goes. Get up in the morning and I find 2 new people and I decide how I want my morning to be, what kind of emotion I'm going to start my day with, I get my head right, and then I message those people immediately because I know it's going to take time for people to get back to me, right? People are busy, they're at work, they've got lives, they've got things, everyone's got different schedules. They're getting a message from me in the morning. Hey girl, what's up? I was just thinking about you. I met this girl yesterday that I wrapped that reminded me so much of you. This girl you wrapped? What? Who? What do you do? What's going on? What's talking? Who are you? How long have we been Facebook friends? If you act like you're friends with someone or like you've known them forever, they're gonna act like that back, right? It's the hardest part is just making the decision that you're gonna be thoughtful and invite people to your adventure. So I message those 2 people, and then throughout the day, I'll do my 10 and play. So if I know I've got a busy day and I only have 15 minutes free in the morning, I would rather re-message 10 people that haven't said yes or no and follow up with them, because again, 5 to 21 exposures. If I don't have time in the morning, then I'm doing it in the afternoon, or maybe I do 3 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 4 in the evening, or 5 in the evening, or whatever. I try to reconnect with more than 10 people if I can, but I make a commitment to myself that my minimum amount of people is I'm going to connect with 2 new people and reconnect with 10. Now, do you need to do that many or that few? No, of course not. We all lead different lives and we all build this business at a completely different speed. So commit to yourself. Maybe it's 1 new person a day and following up with 2. Maybe it's 5 new people a day and following up with 30. Whatever works for you, but set a minimum and decide that that is what you're going to do to build your business, okay? So I know it can be scary. I know it can be fearful to reconnect with people. I know you can be nervous about it, but you have 2 choices. You can either let fear write that paycheck for you, or you can write that paycheck. And I'm going to encourage you to write that paycheck because fear doesn't pay well. They don't even pay minimum wage. When you decided to join this business, you decided that you wanted to write your own paycheck and that you wanted to be your own boss for whatever reason that was. So when you sit down to re-message people and follow up and you're nervous and you're scared, I want you to think about that why you joined this business. What goals do you have? What weekly goals, daily goals, monthly goals? And are you going to let fear stop you from completing those goals, right? And if you get a no, then move on. Because there's so many people out there. There's someone out there waiting, you guys, for you. Some mom with 5 kids who's broke, that's living in a hotel, that can't even pay a cell phone bill and put food on the table. She's waiting for you to follow up with her. She's waiting for you to connect with her, and who are you to rob her of that opportunity? So again, write your paycheck. Don't let fear write it. It doesn't pay. Customers are not going to magically appear out of nowhere. People need time, people need space, people need reminders. So you're not bothering them, you're not bugging them. You enrolled for a reason. I guarantee you it's not because you felt bugged or bothered, it's because someone followed up with you, okay? So I will put up also, I'm not gonna go over follow-up scripts because that just takes up too much time, and I've done videos on that before. I know I got requests for that. I'm going to put up some follow-up scripts that I use because some people like to have a script in front of them when they're connecting with people. So I will put up in the event the script that I used for follow-up. If you're coming across this video randomly on YouTube, you can email me at charity@tonetightfirm.com and I will send you the follow-up script as well. Topic number 3, how are we doing for time? Perfect. So topic number 3, Building with urgency and momentum. So this business loves speed. This business loves momentum. This business loves dedication and hard work. There's two ways that you can work your It Works Global business. You can either work it like a hobby and make hobby money, earn a little extra income, maybe wrap for free, or you can work it like a business and make actual money, okay? I was talking to one of the people on our downline yesterday, and we realized that Justin and I make as much money as a surgeon. That's mind-boggling to me. That's crazy, right? That's insane. Why? Because we have built with urgency, we've built with momentum, and we've built with passion. We've sacrificed, or better yet, invested our time because we want to live the good life and live the life of our dreams. Now, can you get there by building this business slowly? Absolutely. But you're going to hit a lot more bumps along the road than if you build with passion, dedication, and remember, somewhere, someone is wrapping more bellies than you, and when you meet them, they will win, okay? Love that quote because it gets me going every morning. I'm going to give you guys an analogy. So you're a pilot, and you're sitting in your plane on the runway. Now, how do you fly that plane? What do you need to do? You need to check your gadgets, make sure you got everything you need, you got your party pad, you got your phone, you got your notes, whatever you need. You're prepared. So you're sitting in the airplane, you've checked all the switches. There is one way and one way only to get that airplane off of the runway, and that is to put the throttle to the floor in that plane. So what a pilot does is they throttle that throttle down as hard as they can, and they hold that throttle down all the way along the runway, all the way into takeoff, all the way into the turbulence, all the way up until they finally are able to cruise and let off that gas pedal a little bit. I want you to think of your first 90 days as that. Or if you've already been in for 90 days, day one. Today is day one of you going along the runway, lifting up, and going for that cruise control, okay? So two important things to remember. First of all, to get that airplane up, to get your business launched, you got to go full throttle, full bore, whatever that means to you, whether that means working 20 hours a day doing It Works Global or 1 hour. Everyone's throttle is different, but you must give it your all. You're going to want to be able to look back and say to your team, I gave it my all. I pushed. I slept less. I ate on the fly. Was it worth it? Heck yes, it was worth it. We were able to get to Diamond in 3.5 months because we pushed and pushed and pushed. Now, people have gotten there way faster than me. People have gotten there way slower than me. But I went full bore for me, throttle down until I was able to reach that altitude. Once I reached that altitude, then the second thing is important. And that's that you let off the gas a little bit and allow yourself to look at your business. Allow yourself to take a breath and to take a breather, because if you push on that throttle and push and push and push and push and never let up, you are going to burn yourself out. You're going to smack against a wall and you're going to feel defeated. Your team members maybe are falling out, or your loyal customers aren't ordering anymore, and you're pushing and you're pushing and you're not sleeping and you're not eating and you're tirelessly working. What is that teaching your downline? That they have to do that all the time. So let off the throttle a little bit. Give yourself a minute to breathe. Go see a movie. Go on a date night. Reward yourself with a shopping trip because you've worked hard for 90 days. Now, after you take a breath and you collect yourself, then you can push up to that next altitude and push and throttle and push and push and push. But you got to give yourself a breath. I didn't do that, and I totally burnt myself out at one point. Allow yourself to know that you are a human and it's okay to make mistakes and that you're in Millionaire School. Cool fact, 95% 5% of network marketers that find a business that they love and stick with it become a top money earner in the company within 10 years. So it may take you 10 years of climbing that airplane up. But if I ask you, if you work this business hard 90 days at a time for the next 10 years to become a millionaire, is it worth it? Because I know doing hair, I was never going to be a millionaire. I know that Justin, as an electrician, was never going to be a millionaire. With this business, we will be. Whether it takes me 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years, I'm going to stick with it, and I'm going to push at 90-day increments every single time for the rest of my life. Question is, will you? It takes 90 days to gain that momentum. So let's say that you signed up 20 new distributors this month. Whoa, you had a crazy month. You're looking at your GV and you're like, well, I signed up 20 people, but I really don't have like a huge GV. I haven't hit diamond yet. Like maybe I haven't even hit ruby yet. I don't really have like people doing anything. There's not a lot of momentum on my team. You need to remember it takes time. So your airplane may be up here. You may already have cruised and taken off, but someone else is on that runway behind you, and it's going to take that time for that momentum to gain. When you enroll a distributor, it can take 30, 60, 90 days or longer for them to launch. So if you're impatient and you're not realizing that it takes time for those paychecks to accrue to get to those higher levels, and you quit, then what you've done is you have turned off the switches and you have bottomed your airplane down to the ground. You have crashed and burned everyone alive that's on your airplane, right? If your team doesn't see you pushing, if your team doesn't see urgency and momentum, they're not going to have that either, and you are going to take them down in that plane. And what a tragedy, because you had 200 people behind you in that airplane ready to get somewhere and change their life, and you nose dove it into the ground. Now, someone might jump out of that airplane, get a parachute, and hop in their own plane. But what if you didn't stop? What if you said, I'm gonna enroll team members, I'm gonna enroll customers, and I'm gonna see where I am in 90 days. And I guarantee you that you will be further than you were on day one. It may be 8 customers and 1 distributor, or it may be just that you've wrapped 20 bellies, but you're still further than you were when you started on that runway, okay? So urgency and momentum love each other. It's kind of like spaghetti and meatballs. They're better together than separate. So I want you to imagine that you have a car, and this car, there's a big hill, okay? And you're at the bottom, you got the car in neutral, and you're pushing, and you're pushing, and you're pushing, and it's hard. It's really hard to get that car up the hill, but you get it up a little bit, and then you get it up a little further, and then you get it up a little further, and then you stop. You don't post on Facebook, you don't message anybody because you're scared, or you've been rejected, or your customers quit, or you signed up 4 distributors that quit, or someone in your family was negative, or someone didn't have wrap results, or whatever happened in the business, and you let that car go, and you stop that momentum. What's going to happen to the car? Boom, back down at the bottom of the hill. Got to start over again. So you're pushing the car, and you're pushing the car, and you're pushing the car, and you get it up even a little further, and then you stop. You get distracted because it's summertime and it's beautiful out and it's sunshiny, and your husband's irritated or your wife's irritated because you've been posting on Facebook and hiding under the covers at night, posting, or in the bathroom secretively, or you're going to events, or you're watching YouTube videos, or you're leaving at night to go wrap bellies, or they're irritated because you're starting to make money and they're nervous that you're going to make more money than them. Or maybe what happened was your customer sent you an angry message because they got the same thing twice on their auto ship, and they're irritated because they didn't change it, and so that made you feel bad, and you started to feel fearful, and you started to have self-doubt, and you started to feeling all of those feelings that we talked about in the beginning, that stopped you. You started feeling nervous. You started feeling emotional. You started to let other people's relationships or what's going on in the news or a disaster or a death in the family or your dog, you spend $1,000 at the vet on your dog and you're just so upset and it's tragic and you're a hot mess and you're emotional and you're frozen. Guess what you just did? Boom, car back down at the bottom of the hill. So now you got to push it again. Now you got to push. Now, what if you didn't lose momentum? What if you got that car here and you didn't stop and you didn't let other people's opinions affect you? And what if you realized that you weren't sacrificing time with your family, you were investing and your car went up? And then what if you didn't let that loyal customer that was angry at you stop you, and you said, well, I'm really sorry that you're not happy and let's try something else the next month, or talk them through it, or they can send it back to customer service, whatever, you solved the problem, it's good. And you didn't let that momentum decrease you, and you're pushing that car. Well, the further you go, the stronger you get, the better the tires roll, the closer you are to the top of the hill and the goal. And when you get there and you let that car go, what happens? Whoosh, it goes on its own. And your team takes off, and you sign a rock star, and you find a loyal customer whose life you have changed irrevocably forever, and they feel amazing. And your spouse is proud of you, and your kids are proud of you, and you can take them to Great Wolf Lodge because you've got the money now. But you got there faster because you didn't give up. You didn't let the car bottom back out. You didn't let that car crash and burn and light on fire and have to get a brand new car and start over. You realize this business loves momentum and it loves urgency. And so with urgency and passion and dedication, you pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, because getting that car over the hill is really sweet. And then you see another hill, and you climb for a $25,000 bonus, or you climb to become a presidential diamond or a triple diamond or a diamond or whatever it is that you want. And you push and you push, and all of a sudden your car's at the top, and you're making Stephanie Dunn money. You're making $250,000 a month. You guys, think about that. What would that do for you? What would that do for other people? You could donate to your favorite charity. You could donate to your family. You could save family property, buy a car, send your kid to college, all because you didn't let the opinions of other people and emotions stop you. So what can you do to push and keep that momentum going? Calling leads every day, following up, blitzing every day, even if that means getting one blitz card out. What we do is I set 4 blitz cards by my front door every single day. And my goal, my job, my task every day is to get those 4 blitz cards in people's hands. But guess what happens when I blitz 4? Momentum takes over. And then I want to blitz 2 more. And then I want to blitz 2 more. And I want to blitz 2 more. That first blitz is the hardest, right? Absolutely, of course it is, because you don't have any momentum. You're at the beginning of your day pushing that car. But once you get it going and others start joining you, they can help you push that car. And then the car goes faster and you're able to cruise a little bit quicker. Wrapping yourself, being a product of the product. Wrap yourself every 72 hours. You guys, why are you telling your customers to wrap once a week? When they get that box, they should wrap every 72 hours. They should be so excited about wrapping that they want to order another box before their auto ship even comes. Stop projecting the amount of money that you have or what you think is right onto other people. Encourage your customers to have urgency, momentum. Help them to reach their goals quicker. If you were on a diet and you dropped 20 pounds in a month, or you dropped 1 pound in a month, who's the person that's most likely to continue with that diet? The person that dropped 1 pound or 20? Well, that person that dropped 20 pounds. In fact, that person that dropped 1 pound is like, what are you doing? I want to come do what you're doing. I want to be a part of this momentum, this urgency, this passion, this fire. Your body looks different. You seem different. You seem excited and determined, and I want to be a part of that, okay? Posting on Facebook and Instagram, putting up that first post in the morning, It will lead you to momentum of putting up the next one. Think about it. If you get to 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you haven't posted on Facebook yet, you're like, well, what's the point? I'll just post tomorrow. Oh, that car's sliding back. And then tomorrow you don't get it done. Oh, that car's sliding back. Now it's going to be double hard to push that car back up the hill, okay? Booking parties and events, anything that's going to help you to build your team, build your network, or become an income generating activity, get it done in the morning. Wake up with urgency. Make the decision that you're going to be the powerful, determined, excited, happy person. Start messaging people. Start that momentum, because I guarantee you, once you get that car pushing for the day, you're going to get there a lot quicker, obviously. Also with urgency, you want to urgently encourage your new distributors to run their auto ship as fast as they can. If you are out of product, you are out of business. If you are not setting out to wrap 8 or more bellies a month, you are not doing your job. You're not going to build quick. You're not going to build with urgency. Loyal customers' auto ships are going to start declining. Boxes are going to have to be refilled. You're going to have to sign more people. It's going to be twice as hard as if you go fast, you go hard, you push that throttle. Get your customers to run their auto ship early. Get your distributors to run their auto ship early. Be excited to get these products. These are life-changing. I feel like a completely different person after taking the products than I do when I don't. So I look forward to my auto ship. I run it as early as I can in the month. I encourage my customers to do the same, because I want them to start their journey and keep their journey rolling, okay? I hope that makes sense with urgency. I hope that makes sense with momentum. I am perfectly on time, which is absolutely awesome in an It Works boom. So I'm going to end today with a story. I'm a stories person. I love stories. I always feel like I can connect with them better than just someone telling me something. So we're going to do an exercise, and we're going to pretend that this is our second chance, okay? So you lived an amazing life as an It Works distributor. You got a good amount of customers. You got a pretty good amount of distributors. You were pretty good at posting. You were pretty good at blitzing. You were okay at follow-up. You were really good at taking your products. There was things that you were really, really good at, and things that maybe you weren't as dedicated with in your It Works journey. So all of a sudden, a genie comes, and poof, this genie says to you, I am your second chance genie, and I am here to give you a second chance as an It Works distributor. So let's say that you started in 2015 as an It Works distributor, and it's now 2020, and you've gotten far, but not as far as you wanted, and you have some regrets. So that genie says, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to 2015 when you signed up. Now, you're still going to be able to have all the successes you had. You're still going to be really, really good at taking the products. You're still going to be pretty good at blitzing. You're still going to have those things you were good at. But I'm also going to give you the opportunity to be better at the things you weren't good at, and for you to fix the regrets you had. So you go back in time and you work with urgency. You wrap more bodies. You decide fear is not going to write your paycheck. You talk to more people. You talk to more strangers. You post more on Facebook. You add more people on a daily basis. You have more fun. You wear your lanyard. You take even more products. You run auto ships early. You are an amazing leader. You sharpen your saw, and you do everything that you didn't do the first time around. Where are you now in 2020 compared to where you were before the genie met you? Well, you're a lot further, right? Man, you're an ambassador diamond. You're a double ambassador diamond. You are making over $1 million a year. You are going to all the fun It Works parties. You are a winner. You are helping change the life of other people. You have laid out a detailed plan for your team, and they are a raving success because they're following your amazing lead. So my question to you is, why are you waiting for that genie? Don't let it be 2020. and wait for a magic genie to come along and allow you to live your It Works Global adventure differently. I want you to pretend right now like it is your second chance. Like that genie already came along and said to you, I'm going to take you back in time to 2015, and I'm going to allow you to do everything in this business that you didn't do the first time around. Because we all know that there is no magic genie. There's no way to reverse time. There's no way to go backwards and build differently and lead with more passion and work this business harder. There is no genie that's going to do that. So you have a choice. You can get to 2020 and be happy where you are and live with regret, or you can decide today, in this moment, this Saturday morning, that you are going to live the rest of your It Works Global business like it's your second chance. And when you look back in 2020, you'll be able to say to yourself, I have no regrets. And I built this business exactly how I wanted to. And I didn't let the bumps in the road stop me. I didn't let the quitters and the irritated customers and the haters, and I didn't let TV distract me, and I didn't care that I was investing time into my business. I didn't look at it as a sacrifice of my time. I watched less TV. I talked to more strangers. I made more friends, and I changed more lives, because that's what we have. We have an opportunity to become something that most people will never achieve. We do now what most people won't, so we can live the life that most people can't. So I'm going to encourage you, starting from this moment forward, to live this business like you will have zero regrets. And when you are afraid or you're fearful, reach out, find an accountability buddy, and find some cat that you want to copy, and lead with intention like they do, and be hashtag no regrets and hashtag no excuses. So that wraps up our class today. I hope you guys were able to get some stuff out of this class today. I hope that it helped you. I encourage you to share it with your team if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/tonetightandfirm. You can find me and friend me on Facebook. I accept all friends requests from all distributors. If I want to be the cat you want to copy, you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/charity.ellison, soon to be charity.holden, so that's exciting. And if you came across this video by accident and you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you're curious about It Works Global, either connect with the distributor that sent you this video, or you can connect with me. I accept all friends requests again. And I will even give you my cell phone number. It is 360-809-0550. Give me a call. Let's change some lives together. So thanks again. We will be back on next Saturday morning with a whole new set of topics. Stay tuned for that. And for any Washington State distributors, we have an OTOM that we are going to be hosting in Tacoma on June 28th. For all you other distributors that are not in Washington State, I want you to go to myitworksevents.com and find an OTOM training to go to, because it will change your life. So take care, guys. We will see you next Saturday morning for Millionaire School. And remember, it starts with one. Write your own paycheck. Don't let fear write it for you. Take care, guys, and have a rap-tastic day.